Hey everybody, Jared back. Maybe one more time before the new year. Perhaps maybe one more app review. We'll see. Anyways, as you can see, my Nexus 4 arrived just in time for Christmas Eve, as I like to call it. I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to get here in time, but it did, and we're here to do an unboxing. And I've actually already ripped into it and installed the new update software, as well as updated the applications, because this is actually, even though an unboxing, it's more of an initial impressions type video. So without further ado, as they always say, let's go ahead and take you on a little tour of the box. Front and center, we've got our Nexus 4 picture moving around to the side, pretty plain Nexus 4 logo. On the back, some, information about, whoops, that was some dirt. That's professional, Jared. We've got a little bit of information about Google, 675,000 apps plus in the Google Play Store. Little hardware information here. It's got the quad-core processor, 4.7-inch display, so on, which we'll get into in just a moment here. Totally wireless, of course. It's got cloud syncing, NFC, and all that good stuff, as well as inductive charging, which is actually wireless charging, but we have yet to see a wireless charging dock from Google, so hopefully they deliver on that. Anyways, let's go ahead and slip it out of the sleeve, out of something a little less comfortable. We've got our Nexus logo right there, and around back, nothing, as you can see, just a plain black box. Go ahead and lift that lid off, and we've got our Nexus 4 ready to go, ready to jump into our hands. And we'll set that off to the side right now. Go ahead and take a look at what's inside here. And of course, like an idiot, I tried to see if there's anything inside here, and there's absolutely nothing inside the little thing here, which would have been a good place perhaps to even somehow see if you could fit the literature inside it. But anyways, we've got our quick start guide, as well as our safety and warranty information, which I will be voiding quite soon, probably just after Christmas, due to routing. Thank you very much. And a charging block, which I might add, I actually wanted to charge up the device just a little bit. And when I pulled out the charging block, it was actually buzzing for a little while. So that's a little bit concerning. So we'll kind of see how that goes as time goes on. We've got our data cable / charging cable, our LG one, mind you. It's not that bad. It's probably quality-wise, build quality-wise, I'd put it up there with Samsung. If you want to look for really, really good quality data cable / charging cables, you go to Motorola. Those folks they definitely know what they're doing with build quality. You also have your SIM card tray removal tool there, which obviously fits right into there. And I'll show you in just a moment as we start going around the device. I'll show you how small the pin hole actually is and why you can't actually use a paperclip, or at least most paperclips that I'm familiar with. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and put that off, and that's it. No headphones. It would have been nice to have some headphones, even though LG hasn't really been known to provide decent quality headphones like Samsung has and HTC in the past. So we'll go ahead and take a look. Fire it up right there. It does have that CRT off animation, of course, AOSP Android. We do have our lock screen widgets, which I was really, really excited for. These are the ones at the moment that come stock with it. I haven't downloaded any third-party applications. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit more for you guys so you can see a little bit clearer what's going on. And alrighty, so anyways, we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the home screen stuff here. So in the library, we do get some free stuff, one of which is the book Frankenstein, as you can see here. So you do get some free stuff here. We also get Transformers Dark of the Moon for free in the movie store here, or the movie play, or play movie, or whatever the hell they're calling it these days. So without getting myself flagged for copyright, I'm going to go ahead and back out of there. So that's cool. We get some free stuff. You can check out the amazing display and video playback if you happen to get one of these devices, by testing out the movie right off the bat. Of course, we've got a ton of preloaded Google applications and whatnot. Let's go ahead and take you on a little tour of the device here, though. Hopefully the light's going to catch it properly. So front and center, we've got our 4.7-inch display, LG's True IPS HD display. This is, at the moment, arguably one of the best displays on the market. It's got some crazy resolution, some crazy pixel density, considerably more for the size of the display. It's like slightly above 720, if that makes any sense. Aside from that, it also has Gorilla Glass on the front and back. We'll show you the back in just a moment. We've got our front-facing camera, top right-hand corner, as well as our sensors on the top left-hand corner. Going back to the front-facing camera, it does record video in 720p. if any of you are interested. We do have our soft touch buttons, or on-screen buttons as they are called, on the bottom there, with that gray hue background. We have our earpiece for obviously making phone calls, because this is, yes, still a phone. Right there we have on the top our headphones jack, accompanied by our noise cancellation microphone. Looking down at the bottom, though, we have our telephone microphone, as well as our micro USB. And yes, we do have those little sort of Torx screws there. And yes, you can get into the phone via those Torx screws. However, if you don't know what you're doing, it's dirty there. If you don't know what you're doing, stay away from there. You should probably let somebody who really does know what they're doing start tinkering around with that. But it is kind of more for design, and I think it does look sort of cool, adds that more industrial, sort of tougher look to it. We also have our power switch on the right-hand side of the device. It's a little bit recessed, but it's also chromed out, as well as the trim around the bezel, which is kind of nice. It does add to the design and kind of gives it that sort of cool look to it. Left hand of the device, we do have our volume rockers. That's just as recessed as the power button there. I would like to see how these fare in a case, so that'd be kind of interesting. So we've got our power rockers there, and we also have our micro SIM tray. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up to the camera and bring that in focus. Now you can look at how incredibly small that hole is, and that's why you would need a pin of that size to get in there and eject that tray. So you don't want to be losing that that ejector tool. Now they do also have this interesting sort of soft touch around the edge of the display here, kind of like very similar to maybe that Kevlar that Motorola puts on the back of their most recent devices. And it feels really great in the hand. Now, as far as the weight's concerned, I can't remember off the top of my head. This will be in the actual review, the full review, how much it weighs. But it kind of gives me the same feeling as my Galaxy S3. Very, very similar. It's kind of like that lightweight feeling that you think that, oh boy, that's, going to be cheap. But at the same time, it gives you this feeling that, no, this is elegant. This is, a very nice premium piece of hardware here. So moving around the back of the device, you have your 8 megapixel rear shooter with your flash. This is capable of recording in 1080p at 30 frames per second. And what I do like is that it doesn't have any sort of little cutout, so it's definitely completely flush and underneath the glass in front of there, which kind of concerns me that if this starts getting scratched up a little bit too easy, like if you don't have a case to kind of like recess the camera in a little bit more, as it were, it might get scratched up and start affecting photos, but we'll see. We also have that interesting little pattern that LG has recently put in the Nexus 4. If I can get the light to hit it just right, there we go. So you can see that in the light really, really well there. I'm not too sure how I feel about it just yet, but it'll probably just take some getting used to. Anyways, yeah, the phone is just so comfortable in the hand, I must say. It's curved all over the place. If you can see the edge of the phone there, see if I can focus it properly for you guys. Yeah, so as you can see, it's completely curved, even all the way around the screen. So it's definitely something comfortable to hold in your hand. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on. By the way, in contrast, here's the Galaxy S3. All right, this is a 4.7 inch display, and this is a 4.8 inch display. All right, so go ahead and unlock it there. Bring that down. Of course, we've got our notifications. Top right hand corner icon brings up our quick panel settings. Double finger pull down brings down the quick panel settings as well. Ton of Google apps installed, as I mentioned before. We do have Google Chrome, of course, is the new default browser of choice for Android. And what else? Look at those transitions. I mean, the transition speeds and the smoothness. It's just so smooth. Flicking between the widgets and the applications, it's so smooth. And there's no frame loss whatsoever, at least none that I can tell so far. It's been extremely, extremely smooth. Go ahead and jump into a list menu here. So you can see, go ahead and open up applications. Usually that takes, there we go. So it rendered the application data really, really quickly, which is great to see. Go ahead and open up the running. So at the moment, we're using 334 megabytes of RAM with still 1.5 gigabytes free. So that's great. 2 gigs of RAM, quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor. IPS display, True HD, fantastic. I can't wait to start playing around with this. Of course, we do have the panorama and the coveted photosphere in our camera app as well, so I'll be having a lot of fun with that during the holidays, taking all kinds of pictures and stuff. Maybe I'll post some to the Google Plus page. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. This is an absolutely fantastic phone. I'm really excited to start doing some videos on it and share my experiences with you guys. If you like this video, show me some love by hitting that likes button down below, and maybe subscribe for more videos like this one in the future and other videos on the Nexus 4, which I do plan on having. I would try to put out 5 videos a week, so stay tuned for those as well. And that's it for now, guys. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.